Hi, my name is Umar and today we will be reviewing this Mitsubishi RVR. So let's start. I bought this car from Al, which is one of the oldest and most reputable used car dealerships in Karachi. You can check their Facebook page for their entire inventory, and this car is also currently up for sale over there. We have launched our website. It is called www.bamwheels.com. You can check the website to see what are my detailed thoughts on this RVR, and there is a lot of other exciting things happening on the website, so you can check that up. And if you want to know what are the cars that we will be reviewing in future, then for that you can check our Instagram page. The link is given in the description. You can check the Instagram page to see what are the cars that we will be reviewing in future. RVR was first launched in 1991 and it stayed in production till 2002. Then it was discontinued for a couple of years and then it was relaunched in 2010, which was this vehicle. The first time that RVR was introduced, it was offered as an MPV, multi-purpose vehicle, and then when it was relaunched as a crossover vehicle, which is this car. This car comes with the engine options of 1.6 liter, 1.8 liter and 2 liter and 2.4 liter engine. There are two drivetrains. One is 4x4, optional 4x4, and the other is front wheel drive. The car is also offered with 5-speed automatic, 6-speed manual and 6-speed CVT transmission. The car that we are reviewing today is a 6-speed CVT transmission optional 4x4 vehicle. And as usual, first we will look at all the interesting features of this car and then we will take it for a road drive to see how it drives. When you come at the front, you have Bison-on headlights, and then you have halogen lights, and you have fog lights. You have a huge radiator grille, front grille. It is extremely aggressive looking car from the front, and it resembles Mitsubishi Evolution, Lancer Evolution, the last generation of Evolution and the Lancer at this time. It really resembles with that particular car. If you look over here, there is this mirror. Now this mirror comes with in a lot of SUVs, and we have seen this mirror a lot of times. Many people don't know the utility of this mirror. This mirror is there, so when you are sitting on the driving seat and you are in a tight spot, this mirror allows you to see the side of the car. So you can say that this is the earlier days of those side cameras that we have now. This was the first inception of that. Now this is the key of this car. You have a lock, unlock button. Over here it's an empty slot. Maybe some loaded variant has some feature over here. This is the Mitsubishi's logo. If you want to take the conventional key out, this is how you take it out. And if you want to unlock the car, you have the key in the hand. There's this button over here. You can press this button to unlock the car as well. And the mirrors also unfold themselves. This is something that is there in this car. So in the door you have a chrome door handle. All the controls, the usual controls are there. The overall look is in a couple of colors, so it looks really nice. Over here, if you look, you have manual controlled seats. The height adjustment is there, the reclining is there, but they are manual seats. Then when you come over here, you have your traction control button first, and then this is ASNG off button. I don't know what this is. I'll find out and I'll write the description under the screen. So when you sit in the car, as you can see, this is your display. Now you do happen to have pedal shifters in this car. Let me just start the car. This is the engine push start button. I'll start the car. This is the initial display that you get. Now it's an Optotron meter. With this info button, you can look at other options, as what options are there in the instrument cluster. This is what this thing does. Coming to this, okay, you have the paddle shifters as well. This is a plus and minus, and over here with the
indicator stalk, you have that feature where you'll just tap it, it'll blink for a couple of minutes and go fine, and then if you want the proper indicator, you just do it like this. Coming in the center console, you have your navigation. Under that you have your climate control. This is a manual climate control, not digital climate control, but you can control the temperature. Then over here you have one cup holder with one power socket. This is not a lighter, it's just a power socket. Over here you have your Tiptronic gear shifters. Now when you look over here, this is your 4x4 selectors. So you have the options of two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive and differential lock. Over here you have two cup holders, and when you look at this is your center console as well as the armrest. So you move it forward, you have the armrest, you take it back, first step and the second step, and over here also you have another power socket. Then coming over here you have your gloves compartment. Over here it's a decent sized gloves compartment. On the roof itself you have two lights like this. These are the two dome lights. You have vanity mirrors in both of the sun visors, and if you look at the back, let me just show you. If you look at the back, you also happen to have another dome light. Now I'm sitting at the rear of this car. My legs are rubbed against the front seats. So if you talk about having a lot of leg space, that won't be true. Over here I do have space for 3 people though, and the headroom is also very sufficient. So the leg space in terms of the length over here, you don't get a lot, but other than that these seats are pretty comfortable, and the comfort level is also there. There is a armrest over here in the rear seat. I cannot show you that because of the plastic on the seat, but there is an armrest.
When we come to the rear of the car, the same aggressive looks from the front are also continued over here. If you look, there is this brake light and the tail lights, the whole outlook of that, the reflectors, the rear bumper, it's all very aggressively designed, and it looks really aggressive and pleasing to the eye. If I do take the liberty, then I would say that this car looks something like what a European car would be. That's what this car looks like. And then you have this rear wiper over here, you have this high mount stop lamp along with the rear spoiler. So the looks of the car, I really like the looks of the car, and I feel that this car looks really good. If you want to open the trunk, there's this button over here that you press to open the trunk. You have a decent sized trunk over here, which is the perk of having a crossover vehicle. And if you want more luggage, then these seats are a split of 40-60, so you can fold them down to get more room for luggage. And over here you have a full sized spare tire. It's not the donut tire that you have with most of the cars, but this car comes with a full sized spare tire. So these were all the interesting features of this RVR. Now let's take this car for a road drive.
Alright, so now we are driving this RVR. One thing that I forgot to mention, the RVR means Recreation Vehicle Runner. That's what the RVR stands for. The first impression of this car is that it is very, very stable. The 1800cc engine with the CVT 6-speed CVT transmission, the car's acceleration and the feel is very stable. Mitsubishi cars, in my opinion, have always been the better cars in Japanese cars, and this car is no different than those. This is extremely stable when it is in driving. I am driving in the two-wheel drive mode. The acceleration, the handling of the car, it's all very stable and very confident is what I would say. About the visibility, the rear visibility is a little bit compromised because of the D-pillars. Other than that, the front, the sides, the visibility is pretty good. The handling is nice. The running price of these cars, at the moment, if you want, the unregistered one would cost somewhere around 2.8 million, and if you want to get a registered one, that would cost somewhere around 2.5 million rupees. For an 1800cc petrol vehicle of this size and the kind of things that this car is offering, I personally feel that this is very good value for money. Yes, the spare parts might not be as easily available as you will be able to find the spare parts of Toyotas and Hondas, but it's not like you cannot find those spare parts at all. You can find the spare parts, they are available pretty much everywhere. Yes, you will have to just look for the spare parts at the right places. In all the cities you can find the spare parts. The handling, suspension, it is much better than in any other Japanese crossover that I have come across, which is mostly Hondas and Toyotas. It is better than those for sure. One negative that I do feel is that these pedal shifters, these don't turn with the steering wheel. So when you're turning the steering wheel, if you can see, the pedal shifters stay at their own position. So when you're driving and you want to shift, that is kind of like, even though they are like really big in size, but I personally prefer the ones where they are moving with the steering wheel. So you have the control. So like, you know, kind of feel annoying. The car has a telescopic tilt adjustment on the steering wheel. Acceleration is something that I'm absolutely enjoying about this car. So good. Just show you, this is how the car handles. So yes, there is an engine noise, a visible engine noise, but the car accelerates as well, so it's not like the car doesn't accelerate. The braking, the traction control is there, the brake handling, this car does feel much better than all the counterparts in this similar price range. Like if you get to compare, you can only compare it with the Resale, and Resale comes with a 1.5 liter engine compared to this 1.8 liter. So yes, this is a little heavy on fuel, but this is a lot more fun compared to Resale when it comes to driving. Talking about the Resale, yes, Resale is also not as good as it is on other cars. The engine noise is extremely audible, but the power associated with that noise justifies that sound. Resale is not as good as Honda and Toyota, but then again, the product that you're getting it at a very good value for money. So if you compare it, you're paying a lesser amount for a better car and you will sell it at a lesser price. So, I mean, doesn't really make a difference. Yes, it won't be a hard selling cash car the way a Toyota would be. The hard selling cash, but I don't think in this price segment any car is a hard cash selling car. If you want to get a car to enjoy for yourself, this is your car. If you want to get it for resale, you probably should be getting something else.
That was all about our review for this Mitsubishi RVR. To subscribe to the channel, you can click here. If you'd like to watch more videos, you can click here and here. Please let us know in the comment section what you think about this review. Till next time, bye.